Well, if you were sitting in the front or even in the middle of a seat and the bus was crowded and the whites would get on, the conductor would make you get up and stand up and give the whites the seat. And usually it would be a disturbance because some people would get up and some wouldn't. And if you didn't get up, they would always have you arrested. No, you didn't because so many times you had tried to get them to stick together and they wouldn't. But until Reverend King come and they all got to really and truly understand what it would be like to stay together, that was when we decided that we would all stay together and try to make something of ourselves. It was just the idea that you could make the white man suffer and let the white man realize that you could get along in the world without him. Well, it wasn't so much of me making the bus company go on. It was just the idea of letting the bus company know that we were all human and that you would have to be treated as human if you would expect to receive the money that we had to contribute to their support. Oh, it was just real nice. Everybody stood together, and we had what we call the Club from Nowhere. And this was the East Side, and I was the president of it, and Mrs. Inez Ricks was the president of the West Side. And we would all see who would be able to contribute the most. Each Monday and Thursday night was when we'd have the mass meeting, and the East Side would always beat the West Side. Oh, maybe $500, $600. I have some of the receipts now that I would receive. Ms. Hazel Gregory and Ms. Ernie Duringer were the secretaries there, and they would always give us the receipts for the money that we turned in. And we would all, one would try and always have more than the other one so that we would get the most claps. It would work just fine because we had certain people that would give for the west side and certain people that would give for the east side. It was just one of those things. You know, I'm a Catholic. And the priest always said that anything that you desire and wish, you had to pray and ask the Lord for it. And if you had enough faith in yourself, the Lord would always open it up for you. And by praying and everything, I had always asked the Lord if it would ever become possible for me to be able to just go around and not have to worry about going in the back door, getting up, giving somebody else my seat, that I would always thank the Lord because I know He would answer my prayer. And He did. I served them food and everything. And Reverend King was one of, and the Reverend Abernathy and Reverend Powell and all. But Reverend King, most of all, was just like a member of my family because the very things that I needed, he helped me to obtain them. And nobody but he and I today know about them. Yes, all types, white, black, rich or poor. Anyone that you would talk to and explain it to him and really and truly, uh, explain the whole situation to him, you would always remember that he would be your friend. And a lot of people that we thought that wouldn't contribute and help us did. All the churches participated. All the churches. Well, it was kind of a wool gather thing. It was something that you was afraid to go to, but still you wanted to go to it because you was afraid if you have gone, the police would arrest you. And then you was afraid if you didn't go, you couldn't understand and nobody couldn't explain to you what really and truly happened. So it was a chance that you just take. All the buses is much different. They're much different because we have Negro bus drivers and we have white bus drivers, and in other words, whenever you get on the bus, each and everybody treats you as your human being, and everybody seems to one seems to respect the other, and by people respecting you, that make you feel better, but and feel that even though Reverend King died, his death wasn't in vain.